Meet Frankie, who is shy, sweet, and loves toys. Hercules is independent, laid back, and walks nicely on a leash. Bella is friendly, super smart, and highly trainable. There's a good number of kitties available for adoption. Recent incidents mean your volunteering is more important than ever. Join us for Pick Your Next Pet at the ACAPL.
Welcome, welcome. I hope you're excited and ready to meet some new friends today. So first up here we have little Miss Frankie. She is about 6 months old. We're not 100% sure, but that's a pretty good age estimate, I think. She is just recently fixed. She is available for adoption. She is an absolute sweetheart. Now, she came in with another dog who we really do think is her mom. They absolutely love each other. They're very, very close. Mom is very protective of her, but she is fixed and Mom is not. So now they're separated and they are ready to go she's ready to go to her forever home. Mom is waiting to get fixed and then she'll be ready to go. But little Miss Frankie is just an absolute doll. She can be a little bit shy upon initial meeting. She's a little hesitant about being on a leash, so I carried her out here, and I'll probably have to carry her back in because she won't want to go back inside. But other than that, extremely loving, very playful, seems to get excited about every little thing you could possibly get excited about. So we don't know where she came from, how the two of them were raised, or what their situation was, whether it was unwanted whole litter and she just didn't sell, or, we really don't know. Do we ever really know? But she's just a goof. She's very funny. A big personality packed in a small body. Now, she's not fully grown. She likely will get a little bit bigger. Mom is a wonderful, nice medium size, so I think that she'll fall into that category as well. And I do think, as I always say with puppies and younger dogs, I do think she can fit into pretty much any home. Because she's on the shyer side, a really crazy home, lots of kids and lots of whatever, I still think she has potential for. She just may take longer to warm up and feel comfortable. So she may need her own little room, her own little space for a while till she gets to know every person in the home, every other animal. I have no concerns about kitties. I think at her age she can absolutely go and be with cats. I think she'd be curious and playful with other dogs, but a nice submissive and hesitant. So that could go really well for maybe some dogs out there that like other dogs but can be a little picky. She may end up being a really good match for too. So if you are interested, please put in an application. Come meet this girl because she is such a doll, and I just hope she gets out of here super duper quickly. Oh yeah, get it. Oh yeah.
Don't go into that water, though.
No, that water.
Oh, man.
Yucky. I don't know why they flipped it over if they weren't going to fill it.
I think that's the worst I've seen that water ever.
Come here. You can't do it. You can't go up the steps. That's okay.
Who's that? Are you interested in who's over there in the parking lot? Oh, it's a little kid, huh?
It's like she's like, oh yeah, you're here.
Mm-hmm.
Not too much jumpies, honey.
Rick Ellis said, whoa, there's a dog over there.
Oh yeah, he just realized it. Oh, easy, honey. Oh my goodness, getting the zooms on, huh? Getting the zooms on. We need fresh toys right here. I think. What? You got such a big personality for a little girl, huh?
It's like all of a sudden she sees something, goes to her.
And she's like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go say hi to that person.
There's a guy on the other side of that video camera. I'm gonna go see him. There's a dog over there. I'm gonna go see him. We got Ashley over there. Gonna go see her.
What is that? Frankie.
Oh.
Having fun? Next up, we have my buddy Hercules. So he came from a situation you probably saw online. We had a very large intake of cats recently, which we've needed, you know, the donations for, the cat food for, all that kind of stuff. He actually came from that same home. There were actually two homes in the mix, but he came with, it was him and two other small dogs together. So he has lived with dogs and lots of cats. Now, I would say him being older, very laid back, very calm, he's gonna want that type of energy in his home. So he would probably do well with other senior dogs that kind of just don't really care too much about him. Or maybe even, again, because he was with small dogs. Now, the small dogs were older. So could be other small dogs, but it would be, you know, that kind of thing where they're just a little lower energy, not gonna harass him too much. You can see that he loves to be outside. Clearly he was trying to roll in the grass. He is missing some fur up on his back and the base of his tail, likely from having fleas for an extended period of time. But I can just definitely see him being the type to mostly enjoy being outside most of the day. I think he's the type that would enjoy the winter time, obviously with that nice thick coat. He either has never been groomed or just has not been groomed in a very long time. Because he's kind of, he doesn't look terrible, but you can just tell he hasn't had that undercoat blown out or anything like that. I'm not sure what he'll think of a groomer. I know for medical purposes, he was not bad, but he didn't really want to like sit still or hold still for anything. So grooming may be a bit of a challenge and maybe something you have to work up to. I would definitely have a professional handle it unless you feel you're professional, you've handled this type of breed and everything before. I would just take it nice and slow. Overall, he's mostly comfortable with, like, you know, pets and head touches and everything like that. But actual physical restraint, he may not be a fan of. Again, likely just because he's never experienced it in his life. He actually was already neutered when he got here, though. So when I say never in his life, I mean it could have been like when he was younger, a year old. He's had some experience. But now we aged him at 5. He could be a little bit older than that. So keep that in mind that you're adopting a dog that's older and could have some potential medical issues. But as far as we know and all the basic tests we run, he is clean, he is healthy. Like I said, he's fixed, he's up to date on his vaccines, and he is ready to go. Very sweet boy, looking for a more calm home, something where he can get outside pretty frequently. But even if you just have a decent sized yard with a tie up for him to go hang out, he does not seem like the type that really wants to run away. But he's also not super responsive to his name. We gave him that name. I don't think he knows it. But he's just so content to people watch and hasn't made a sound since he got out here. So not a barker by any means. Not a good guard dog. Don't go thinking that just because he's big, he'll be a guard dog.
He would sit around and read books in the house or something.
Absolutely. He would snuggle with you and watch a movie. Yeah. I think he'd want to know what you're doing, and then he'd probably go find a comfy bed and just do his own thing. So again, I hope he gets out of here soon. I think he's a very handsome boy, very big boy, but lovable, and I'm hoping you guys love him too.
Doesn't seem bothered by another dog.
No.
You just kind of, oh, there you are.
Yeah, just watching him. Come here. Come on back.
Just kind of jaunt along.
Yeah, good boy. That's a good boy right there. Can you come up the steps over here? Oh, yeah, I doubt I can get his attention. Hercules! Come here, buddy. Come here. Come here. Come on. Oh, get that, get that. Oh, big happy boy. Oh my God. Oh. Buddy, that was really cute. That was really cute. Come here. Here. Yeah? Can I have it? Oh, I'm gonna get it. All right, so this little one, her name is Bella. She is one of our younger dogs we have here. She's, I feel like 12 to 16 weeks, maybe a little bit older, so 3 to 4 months. She is fixed. She's up to date on all her vaccines, 100%, ready to go, adoptable. She's hilarious. She has a huge personality, very, very smart. But as those of you who have smart dogs know, that comes with you got to put the work in to do the training. You can see she's already a little bit mouthy. She does want something to bite, to chew on, to nip at, whatever. Totally normal for her age. I'm not concerned about it at all. But what it requires is an adopter who is willing to put that time in, work with her, help her learn what she can and can't bite, what's acceptable in the house, what kind of behaviors are allowed. But I think she has very, very high potential to be extremely smart. I mean, if you're looking for a dog to get into the sport world at all, agility work, this is her. She's the one. She's, you know, she's young enough that she can, if you have other dogs in the home, I think she can, you know, fit right in and start learning from them. I would say either no young kids or only young kids if they're comfortable with that level of energy, comfortable with a little bit of the nippiness of a puppy, or you as the adult in the home are gonna put the work in to keep her, you know, crated and separate, which she is. I'm gonna say borderline housebroken. Most days, as long as she gets her potty breaks, she will not mess in her crate. So you're already a step ahead there. So put that work in, take care of her. I mean, you're gonna have an awesome, awesome dog at the end of this, as long as you put the effort in right now while she's young and so smart and willing to learn. She's awesome, so I hope she gets out of here soon. Good smell, puppy, huh? Wait.
No, 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 no. Yeah.
Yuck. That water's so yuggies. Come on. That water's so yuggies. Don't go back in there. No. She wants to.
Look at a close look at that water. It's nasty. It really hasn't been warm enough.
No, and even this is just rainwater. We did not fill this, you know what I mean? So it's the rainwater and then tons of tree debris. It's due for a drain and a hose, I guess. This thing's just impossible to keep clean. I don't know what to keep. People just being a stinks. Get it. No! Girl! Girl!
think it was the last time we shot. I said that I can't remember the last time a dog's actually gone in the water.
You jinxed it.
Oh.
Up here. Wow! Right. Good girl. Yeah, get him. Get him. Well, you won't wait now. Get him. Get him. Get him. Get him. Flop. Don't do it. Yeah, you know better now. It's cold in the Yuggies.
Yeah, you wouldn't be dumb enough to do that again, would you?
It's cold in the Yuggies. She don't care. She's like, she's gonna end up being one of those dogs that will go like down to the creek and go swim in the dirty creek water, whatever. But you try to give her a bath, she'll probably say no.
Yeah. Welcome to Ask Ashley, and today, among other things we want to do is a follow-up on a dog you may have read about in the newspapers or whatever. Almost, I guess, say near death is what was reported. Very skinny, lots of problems. Did not expect to have the dog survive. Is that accurate?
Pretty much, yeah. He was found, brought in by owners to get looked at the vet, a local clinic. They called us because they just knew that this was way more serious than possibly even the owner was aware of or concerned about, and they knew that he needed emergency around-the-clock care if he was going to survive. As Bob said, it's been in the news, it's been in the newspapers, it's on Facebook, so you can look there for more information on him. His name is Ragnar. He's a younger, black, mixed breed male, and it just was much more severe than what it was the initial owners wanted him to look at. So we ended up, it was end of day on a Friday, but animal care never sleeps, animal welfare never sleeps. So we did get him to Metro in Highland Heights, which they always do an amazing job. They did everything they absolutely could to keep this dog going. I believe he needed blood transfusions and fluids, and he's so weak. He's still so tired, but they said
couldn't stand up.
Could barely walk, but he still has a wonderful demeanor. He was friendly with the vet staff as much as he could be, and I mean, it's just a horrible situation. These are the things we see on almost a daily basis. I mean, not just us, but in this animal rescue world. So we are absolutely asking for donations. It can either go directly towards him, towards our medical fund, or just the general care for the animals here, because a case like that, the money adds up quickly. As far as he was at Metro for a good chunk of time, at least through the weekend, and then a few more days, and then he was transferred to another clinic around here for more care. So those bills, like I said, they add up. So between him and then again with our large intake of kitties lately that all were on medications and needed their spays and neuters.
How many kitties were you talking about there?
I want to say it was somewhere around 50, possibly more once you include any that were had kittens or were pregnant or whatever. I just know we had to bring in a ton of extra crates in our cat intake space, and it was a lot to take on. And again, that's just how this world works. You just never know what is going to come up. So any of those donations are super appreciated. If you'd like to prefer to buy us physical items, our biggest needs right now is dog food. We actually had quite a bit of cat food stocked up from when we didn't have a lot of cats. So we're still okay on all that. But I would say hard dog food is our biggest thing. Again, we like the Purina One or Purina Dog Chow brands so that we can stay consistent with our feedings. But I believe right now I think we have 2 or 3 bags back there, and we're going through 2 bags a day. So we are just inching by with barely enough dog food right now. So not only do we have some special needs ones like Ragnar, but we have 90 plus dogs on site here that need fed twice a day. We have dogs in fosters that we provide the food for that need fed 2 or more times a day, depending on how much their fosters love them. So if you are in that position to donate, now's a great time.
So Ragnar will come back here eventually and be adopted out of here, you think, or?
He will likely go to a medical foster who will have to do, keep an eye on his care. We'll do some bandage changes for his wounds and kind of continue to nurse him back to health, very regular medications and things like that. But then, yes, the goal is that eventually he will build up his energy again. I think it's going to be a slow road for him because of the variety of wounds he had.
So I want to also touch a little bit on volunteerism, because there needs, I imagine when all of a sudden like this happens that you do need volunteers to do different things.
Absolutely. So at the same time that we had this large influx of cats, we lost one of our animal caretakers for the cats. Not by anything crazy. She just has another job that she does in the summer, so she's paused here right now. And so all of a sudden we were short-staffed on top of having this large influx of cats. So we were reaching out to volunteers, anyone who was comfortable actually doing the cleaning of the cages and working with some of our sick kitties, knowing proper, obviously we teach everything you need to know, but being comfortable with some of the spicy cats and the sick cats, helping give meds or feedings or anything like that. We were looking for volunteers for that, and still are. We're also in the process of hiring someone, obviously, but it still helps to have extra hands here. As far as the dogs go, obviously they need walking. We have a lot of really good dog walkers, but we really need help keeping up on dishes and laundry throughout the day. Especially with summer, I think people don't realize there is an increase in work around here because we have all our outside spaces that we need to keep clean as well too. So we have water buckets that need just dumped and refilled, or brought inside and cleaned really quickly, refilled, put back out into play yards or outside kennels. Scooping and hosing needs to happen much more often because of flies and just general large number of animals and their dirtiness. So as much as we want people to come and walk and socialize with animals, that's
the fun stuff.
That is the fun stuff. The hands-on cleaning is super appreciated too. So anytime if you're a volunteer and you come in and you're willing to do a little bit of both, even do dishes for 10-20 minutes and then walk a couple of dogs, anything like that, you can always just ask kennel staff or any animal care staff, hey, what can I help with, what needs done, because we'll put you to work. No worries there.
So can you get information at acapl.org as well?
Yeah, there's some information on our website. I would recommend.
But just come in and what do you need?
Right. Or if you're a new volunteer, you can fill out that volunteer application or contact Melinda when she's in office, which is most days of the week. You can give us a call. She can answer a lot of your questions too, and we'll get you in here, get you trained, and it would be greatly, greatly appreciated.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you. So this is Miss Greta. Now I know to you she probably just looks like a completely average, normal kitty. But she actually is one of our special needs cats. So when she came in, she was pretty sick. Lots of upper respiratory going on, which is relatively common for kitties that come in, especially from, any unsanitary, humane type cases. She was not part of the big group that's more recent, but she was a part of a humane situation. But she actually had like a growth in her ear as well that we were really concerned about, but got her to the vet. They got it removed. It was a polyp, and that is something that can be reoccurring, so it possibly could grow back and affect her in the future. Though obviously the hope and the goal is that not, but there's always a chance once it's in. What's he doing? Playing with my hair?
Pay attention to me, not the camera.
Yeah. Sweet girl. But other than that, as of right now, she is completely healthy. She's up to date on all her vaccines. She is fixed. She is ready to go. Come here. Come here so they can see you. As you can see, very friendly, very sweet. She seems okay with other kitties. We've never had any issues if we've carried her past cages or anything like that. Very loving. I think she's the type, yeah, that would be a really good balance between like plenty of playfulness if you want to get out the toys, get out the strings, all that, but also very just loving, wants to rub all over you and give you lots of attention. So, no, you can't escape me. Come here. So, like I said, very special little girl, and we're really hoping that a special adopter comes for her soon. So this little thing is Miss Scorpio. She is from our most recent large humane intake of kitties. And let me tell you, honestly, majority of the cats from that group are so extremely friendly. I think I may have mentioned it in previous videos that a lot of them had some upper respiratory viruses going on, so we were waiting a while to make sure everybody got cleared and healthy on that before we could start getting them spayed and neutered. And then we did have a few that were a little older, a little spicy, a little not the friendliest. But we are working on placing in like barn settings and things like that. So we're still getting them healthy, we're still getting them fixed, but we're not going to force them to be house cats if they don't want to be. But that was really only a few out of the, like I said, 40 to 50 plus. And the rest of them, not only are they super friendly with humans, they love each other. We have some that we have paired up together that sleep on each other, groom each other, and I mean, like, I would put any of these pairings together. We have a couple that, so our cages here have what we call portals, and some of the portals just have like their own built-in door that we can close. Well, they've learned how to open the portals so that they can get back to each other and love each other and, you know, do their cat thing. But Scorpio here, she was kind of a special case. She's young, she's small. You'll notice she did have one of her eyeballs removed. So again, I'm showing you another kind of special needs kitty here. Like I said, she's medically cleared at this point, no concerns. She recovered very, very well from her eye removal, but it was just swollen to the point that our vet was worried. Eyeballs are tricky. You know, sometimes you really want to treat them so you can save them, and other times, especially in shelter medicine, it is so much safer to just remove it and be done with it and not have to worry about it rubbing up against something, getting infected even worse, or possibly exploding. I know that's probably gross to think about, but it can happen that, you know, if they bump into something, an injury, whatever. We've had a few dogs that we've had to do the same thing, so I know what she's going through. But she did really, really well. She was really good for her little suture removal when the time came. And as you can see, very friendly, all over me, doesn't even care that my hands smell like hand sanitizer. So again, I'm really hoping she gets adopted quickly. Our cat adoptions have still been really, really good, but now we have a pretty much full living room for you guys to come see, come spend some time with them, give them some love, give them some treats. Yeah, like I said, this group, super duper sweet.
I'm a walking a dog and I'm never blue. I'm a walking the dog. I ain't thinking about you. Don't need no one to tie me down. I'm a walking the dog and a painting the town. Such an easy